Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. When it comes to operating a sawmill, the blade stands out as being a pivotal element. While you may have previously discarded dull blades as we did before acquiring our blade sharpening equipment, this approach is quite costly. If this situation sounds familiar to you, you've come to the perfect place. In today's video, we're going to be delving into the concept of set, its significance, and how to properly adjust your blade to fit your application. Let's get into this video. As you can see, we are in our newly renovated sharpening shop, and we're going to bring in the expert himself, Grandpa, to talk about the set and its importance. So let's hear from him now.
Okay, I'm going to go through the way I do this, the way I set my teeth with this Wood-Mizer tooth setter. I've developed a little bit of a system here, whether it's the one that they train you for, but I have not been trained. This is all trial and error, but it's working real good. Get some gloves on here so I don't get, these VGO gloves are awesome around sharp stuff. Your hands don't get hot, it keeps them cool. I'll take a blade. Before I set it, I check and see what the set is on it so that I know where I'm starting. So I take this gauge, and this is just a little mobile device that you can put it on here and check your set on these teeth. There's one. And I'll go around the blade and see kind of what the average is and make sure there's not anything crazy going on, bent tooth or something. I mean, you could get one, but just kind of want to see how it's set. What I do is find the weld first, because some of these blades, now Wood-Mizer blades there's no problem, but I find the weld and I mark it, because some welds, I've found some old blades we had that weren't, I don't know what make they were, but the weld wasn't consistent. The width of the welded area wasn't consistent with the other teeth. And if you, when your advance hits that spot and starts pushing on it, it changes everything. And you end up with a trashed blade. So I'm going to set it in here. Well, come on. All right, the first thing is you need to make sure that your teeth are running, you're on the right tooth, because these things push. This one pushes back, this one pushes forward. So you want to get that's figured out. And there's also a height adjustment on here to get the gullet of your tooth up to the proper height. You lock it in. Now I can set it on not automatic, set it on manual here. I hold this up and I back up here a little bit, because I usually back these off, because these blades aren't all the same thickness and everything. So I back off the set and I advance it manually and see what the blade, what the tooth is set at. Right there, that's the set. Now I'll run this up a little bit get it touched. And then I just continue to go through this, adjusting until I get the reading I want on the tooth set. Okay, that needs to be a little more. And I just manually run through this a few times until that tooth is set where I want it. Okay, now I can advance it one. Make sure it advanced right. I got that set just a little too heavy, so I'm going to back it off. Back it off a little bit, and we'll do it again. Okay, that's pretty close. Let me do. Okay, now I've got it set pretty close. You set them with plus or minus 2 thousandths. So I can turn it on manual now, set my counter over here, and I can turn it on, watch my setting, and while it's automatically running, I can fine tune my set. Okay, they're set good now. And as it comes around, it'll shut itself off. Okay, now shut itself off. There's a counter and it counts the number of teeth. I'm going to advance it by hand here just a little bit, make sure these first teeth were good. Yep, we're good. So that is that gives you the proper set. I set it at about 23 thousandths. That gives you blade room to work, good cleaning, your blade doesn't wander. If you have problems, if you get them set too tight, like I've mentioned in the previous video, your blade has a chance to tip in that gullet or in the kerf. And if it can do that, it will usually walk up over a knot. Gives you not a clean cut. Another thing, if you have problems with that happening and you're set good, could be the blade guides on your mill need to be set to keep this thing from twisting, because if it twists just a little bit, it's going to take the path of least resistance. So this blade is a good blade. I clean them first, run the blade, look at all the teeth, make sure they're good, and then put it in here. Now when I'm done with this, I would put it in the sharpener, get it set. It's also automatic. I can get it running, come over and get another blade, put it in here, get it set up, turn it on. It's automatic, so it'll shut off on its own. And to go over and monitor my sharpener. And since we've got this machine we're getting some really nice cuts on our lumber. It's just a matter of taking the time to make sure you get that set right. I could take this and come in here and check and see if it's reading the same. I'm sure it is. Yep, it's right on. It's within 0.5 thousandths of being right where I want it. So this will be a good blade. This is an old blade that came out of the scrap pile. And I think I've got, let me see, I etch all of these things. Looks like this is the third time this blade will be used. And it was discarded. A perfectly good blade. Sometimes you might break one, you'd never know what they've been through, but for the most part, we're getting 3 and 4 sharpenings per blade. That's a money saver. So I'm pretty happy with this wood miser. It's just been, what can I say? It's a real fine machine, very well built, well thought out. Just makes your job a lot easier and makes it faster. So I highly recommend this machine to anybody who wants to sharpen blades, because you can't go wrong. So thank you, Wood Miser, for making a fine product, and we will continue to use it.
That's it for today's video, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any more videos. Other than that, we'll see you back here next time. Bye.